Hi everyone, welcome to your Palms YouTube channel. Mental health negative signs. In this video, mental health negative signs are presented and discussed. The headline depicts the state of the mind and the thinking abilities. Mental health signs are mainly reflected from the shape, condition, and direction of the headline. However, additional signs and conditions of some parts of the palm, in combination with the headline indications, would confirm whether the identified mental health issues would negatively affect the person. Sign number 1. Headline is very wavy. The short waves represent an oscillating mental state, wherein the person is always hesitating, indecisive and confused. The person would be moody, with one day being full of joy, and another day full of sadness. If the nails are short, the person would be easily irritated. When provoked, the person would be expected to respond violently. Lacking focus, the person's thinking process is well below average. The person is born with such a mental condition. Curing this mental condition is not possible. Sign number 2. Headline with many breaks. The breaks on the headline reveal a nervous and unstable person. The breaks indicate periods when the person thinking process is absent. Such a condition results in chronic headaches and memory failures. The person is prone to having nervous breakdowns. Lacking focus, the person would not be able to do activities that require mental attention for an extended period of time. Persons with such a condition should not be overtaxed by mentally stimulating activities. Sign number 3. Headline with many small hairlines. For this condition, the number of small hairlines pointing downward is much higher than the number of small hairlines pointing upward. These downward hairlines represent downturns in the person's thinking process, with a corresponding depressive state of mind. The lack of self-confidence is associated with such a condition. The person would not be able to cope with stress. Persons with such a condition should not be overtaxed by mentally stimulating activities. Sign number 4. Headline with many islands. Each island represents a period of time when the thinking process is subject to confusion. The bigger the islands, or the higher the number of such islands, would intensify the state of confusion. The person would be pessimistic and depressive. The person would be inclined to being secluded and lonely. Curing this mental condition is difficult. Sign number 5. Headline starts well separated from the lifeline, then gradually drops to Mount Luna. The gap between the headline and the lifeline, at the start of the headline, is not a negative sign by itself. However, the combination of this sign, with the termination of the headline in Mount Luna, is considered to be a precondition for mental health problems. The gap between the headline and the lifeline indicates that the person is very stubborn, impulsive, and would not take into consideration any second opinion, or external help. It is my way or the highway. The gradual drop of the headline to Mount Luna reveals that the person is strongly influenced by the subconscious mind. The person would possess a strong imagination. Besides being very stubborn, impulsive and a daydreamer, the person's mental health may not be negatively affected. However, if the Mount of Venus is too small, or the Mount of Saturn is dominant in the person's palm, there would be negative mental health impacts. Under such conditions, the person would suffer from anxiety, delusion and introversion. This condition is difficult to cure, mainly because the person is very stubborn, and not willing to consider any outside help. Sign number 6. Headline starts blended too long with the lifeline, then gradually drops to Mount Luna. In most hands, the headline starts blended with the lifeline then separates at around the age of 12 years. In this case, the headline is blended with the lifeline, up to the ages of 18 to 25 years. The blending of the headline with the lifeline, at the start of the headline, reveals by itself negative mental health impacts. This sign implies that the person was held too tight by the parents, resulting in the person lacking self-confidence, being shy, very cautious, impractical, not able to take decisions, fearful, and feeling deeply insecure. Such a person is very sensitive, gets hurt easily, resulting in an overall pessimistic character. The combination of this sign, with the termination of the headline in Mount Luna, is considered to be a precondition for more intense mental health problems. The gradual drop of the headline to Mount Luna reveals that the person is strongly influenced by the subconscious mind. The person would possess a strong imagination. Because of the overall pessimistic character, the imagination would bring dark thoughts. The person would suffer from severe anxiety, fear, delusion, introversion and depression. This condition is considered very severe, requiring professional help. Sign number 7, Grill on Mount Luna. The presence of a grill on Mount Luna reveals that the person is constantly suffering from negative thoughts, resulting in a permanent state of being unsatisfied with life. The person would constantly feel sad, discontent, and depressed. The person would possess a vivid imagination, highly influenced by negative thoughts, resulting in a permanent state of being worried and fearful. The negative implications on the mental health condition are intensified in the case when the Mount of Venus is too small or the Mount of Saturn is dominant in the palm. These conditions cause the person to suffer from anxiety, fear, and delusion. In the absence of other negative signs on the palm, this condition would not be very difficult to cure by a professional. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe to this channel to be notified promptly of new posts. Your opinion matters. Please feel free to add your comments. Goodbye for now.